shit. Does it actually work? Fucking hell, about time. Welcome, everyone. So I've just smacked my mic on the ground. That's going to be a lovely noise for you. Very professional. Welcome, everyone, to the WHO Bulletin, episode 3. Are we counting episodes? I don't know how this works. I mean, I should know how it works. It's my show. Welcome, everyone. I've eaten my pork pie before the live stream today, so no mukbang, unfortunately. But we are here. We are here, and it's fun. We're having a good day for Doctor Who news today, so we have a lot to talk about. Not just in terms of figures, which is what this was going to be about, but also a massive BBC iPlayer news thing. Before we get into all of that, though, as always, we are going to say hello to every single one of you in the chat today. Welcome, 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 of course, to Dr. Master, always here at the beginning. Not a criticism. Pardon me again. The Underhedge, Thunder King 24, alternate 13th, as always, much love. Stop Motion Steve, Kiwi Kingdom, Gary the BBC fan, Luke O'Ryan, Josh Lawson, Face of Joe, and yeah, oh no, there's more, oh Christ, oh god, it keeps scrolling. Donut Devil, Adam Hassel, Double T Matt, Oscar Watt, I Am a Whovian, that's a good name. Joey, welcome everyone. Hope you're having a lovely Tuesday evening. Well, you are. You definitely are, because you're watching the best show on the internet. Welcome to the WHO Bulletin. Hope you're having a lovely time. If you're new here, if you're not watching these regularly, well, you should be, first of all. Shame on you. We go live here every single Tuesday talking about the latest and greatest Doctor Who news, reviews, all that sort of lovely stuff. And we are approaching rapidly the 60th anniversary of the show, so there's going to be a lot more where that came from. Where what came from, George? That being news. This is episode 3. So finally, George can hold down a consistent show on his YouTube channel. That's great. But we will be talking about today, what we're talking about, the big news. It says right in front of me, down here. I just photoshopped that in 10 minutes ago. We are talking about figures, not viewing figures, as some of you might like, and iPlayer. What's going on with iPlayer? Let's start with iPlayer. I think that's probably the bigger news. As always, if you guys have any questions, all that sort of thing, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm always keen to have a read when I remember to look at the chat. So, today was announced about just after 3 o'clock, not a scheduled post, because it was about 8 minutes past 3. But here we are. In case you can't see exactly what's on my screen, because my webcam's blocking it, over 800 episodes of Doctor Who programming will be coming to BBC iPlayer. What does this mean? The TARDIS doors will be thrown wide open as BBC iPlayer welcomes the biggest collection of Doctor Who to the platform, with hundreds of episodes becoming available with multiple accessibility features for the first time. Before their anniversary specials hit our screen, the viewers will have the opportunity to travel back in time with any of the Doctors to the show's 60-year history with the classic series, as well as explore the vast world of Doctor Who spin-offs like the Sarah Jane Adventures, Torchwood and Class, or step behind the scenes with every episode of Doctor Who Confidential, all available in one place, BBC iPlayer. This will launch on the 1st of November before David Tennant returns as the 14th Doctor for 3 special 60th anniversary episodes. What the hell does this mean? Well, by the sounds of it, and there's been a lot of debate in terms of the wording of this, so I'm going to interpret it as such. The facts are, some, if not most, if not all, of Classic Who, Sarah Jane Adventures, Torchwood, Class, Modern Series Doctor Who, and Doctor Who Confidential, will be making its way to BBC iPlayer on the 1st of November, which is hugely, hugely exciting. We've never had Classic Who on iPlayer before. We've had a few Sarah Jane Adventures episodes, a few Torchwood episodes here and there, a few Class episodes back when they actually streamed. Don't think ever Doctor Who Confidential, maybe when it first came out on TV, it was on iPlayer. So this is hugely, hugely exciting news. I don't know how long it's going to be for, but I'm presuming, based on the wording of the rest of this article, which we'll talk about, that it's going to be permanent, and that is so exciting. To have all of Doctor Who in one place. Now, people are sort of kind of iffy about the wording. It doesn't confirm all classic serials will be on there. And I'm kind of hoping it'll be most. Obviously, we have missing episodes. I don't really want to see telesnaps on BBC iPlayer. I'm assuming it'll be all the stuff that we have fully back in terms of stories, whether that be just not missing at all, or whether that be fully animated or part animated or whatever. I feel like that'll be where we see it. But you never know. We'll find out, I'm sure, on November 1st. But it sounds like a positive step in the right direction. Let's keep reading. As the perfect companion to... Let's move this along a little. Christ, that's good, George. Nice one, yeah. Top class display there, mate. There we go. Right, well, let's move this along so we can actually read the article alongside. I feel bad that you guys can't read it. As the perfect companion to the back catalogue, the BBC will simultaneously launch an extensive online archive of the show's history on bbc.co.uk/Doctor Who, with everything from interviews with cast to written documents, long unheard audio and behind-the-scenes photos. Together, they tell a story of a groundbreaking series through 60 archive gems for the 60th anniversary. What we saying in chat? I'll have you over here, chat. Can I have you over here, chat? That'd be good. People talking about could do a weekly Classic Who ep for the bulletin. If I had time to watch a Classic Who story every week, I absolutely would. But I'd love to do that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know when we dry up for content next year after all the episodes have come out. That's also very exciting. We've got a huge archive becoming available to us. We find out a bit more about that in a bit of time, but that's very exciting. I'll keep reading through and then we'll talk about what this means. The archive invites fans to delve even deeper into the show with curated journeys such as the genesis of Doctor Who, where audio from head of drama Sidney Newman alongside documents with his original handwritten notes will guide you through the origins of Doctor Who. That is really exciting. Episodes from Doctor Who's extensive back catalogue of classic programmes will join post-2005 revival of the show, available to watch on BBC iPLAYER for the first time, enabling them to revisit the Doctor's formative adventures with some of the series' greatest moments. This includes William Hartnell's first Doctor, first encounter with the Daleks, the first episode made for colour TV with the third Doctor John Pertwee, and fan favourites from the fourth Doctor Tom Baker's iconic run, including City of Death and The Brain of Morbius. Also included is the 1996 TV movie with Paul McGann, featuring him take over from the seventh Doctor Sylvester McCoy, which is just incredible. I can't remember who owns the rights to the TV movie, but it's definitely not the BBC, so it's really, really cool that we're able to get that. You know, Big Finish cover artists can't even use images from the TV movie. So that tells you everything you need to know about how weird that is, but I'm super excited about that, that we're going to have all of Doctor Who in one place. Every episode on iPlayer from the back catalogue will also be available with multiple accessibility options, including subtitles, audio description, and sign language, which is even better. That is super impressive given how many episodes they're putting on there. With over 800 episodes of Doctor Who programming on iPlayer, Russell T Davies, the showrunner, says, "I'd like to thank the BBC for all the hard work to get this massive back catalogue under one roof at long last. I'm so excited for new viewers. Imagine being 8 years old, spending winter afternoons exploring the 60s, 70s, 80s and beyond. And we're determined this won't be a dusty museum. We have exciting plans to bring the back catalogue to life with much more to be revealed." That's interesting. Now, does that mean, obviously, we're seeing more animations get announced now as well? We thought that was completely cancelled, but since Russell's taken over, we are actually getting more animations confirmed. I can't remember what it was recently, but it was something interesting. I can't remember. Someone remind me what the latest announcement for animation was. Underwater Menace, right? Something like is that the one that was a bit of a surprise one? And there have been some heavy rumours as well that they are going to be colorising An Unearthly Child, which is very, very interesting. Don't know if that's true, but it'd be very, very cool for the 60th if we get that fully colorised and remastered. Interesting. Dan McGolpin, director of iPlayer and Channels, said, Doctor Who has captivated countless millions of viewers on the BBC for 60 years, and in celebration of this special moment we are bringing classic series to iPlayer for the first time. Fans will be able to enjoy the Doctor's earliest adventures with William Hartnell right through to the very latest series. Thank you, phone. And soon to be released and tremendously excited new anniversary specials with David Tennant. We want everyone to be able to enjoy this breathtaking back catalogue, so we are making each episode on iPlayer as accessible as possible with subtitles, audio description and sign language all available for the first time. Again, just saying that that's absolutely excellent. I don't particularly use the audio description or sign language myself, but I'm a big subtitles user. I just like watching stuff with subtitles, so I greatly appreciate that. But it's fantastic that they're able to provide such accessibility options for all these old episodes. Again, there's a massive back catalogue, so a lot of time, money and effort has clearly gone into this, which is super exciting. And then we have a little bit more information on the online archive. The new online archive will launch at bbc.co.uk/Doctor Who. So fans of the show can delve deeper into Doctor Who's history than ever before. In its beginning stages, the new site will feature curated journeys through the archive to bring the show's extensive history to life for fans, with items like interviews with cast members, news pieces, audio, imagery, and written documents. Over time, more content will be added to the archive, including a special collection of photos that have been scanned in 8K resolution with an estimated total of 25,000 prints, negatives, slides, and digital images, which will give an unprecedented insight into the show with access to all areas throughout the years. The expanded archive will also feature additional gems from over 100,000 documents, including memos, correspondence, designs, and audience research, alongside orchestral scores of sheet music. Also being added is a selection of audio clips about Doctor Who, including radio programs, documentaries, interviews, and music. So that basically covers everything. Wow. That is a massive, massive bit of news, which is super exciting. I read this at work, and I was so excited about this. I also saw the documentary, yes, Alternate 13th. I'm not going to go through that now because we've got kind of a lot to cover in this live stream, but that was super exciting. If you want to look into it, they're doing a 60th anniversary documentary on the radio, doing interviews with many former Doctor Who cast members, including Chris Eccleston, which I thought was really interesting. But yeah, there's a lot there, and that's really exciting. So you can see they're ramping up for the 60th now, and this is absolutely no exception to it. This is super exciting. I can't lie. This is one of the biggest things that's happened for Doctor Who fans in a long time. Talk about finding missing episodes, talk about animations, talk about reconstructions, all that sort of thing. This is probably the biggest effort by the BBC, I'd probably say, ever to archive the show's history. There are fantastic websites, which I will actually show. There's a one here which I use all the time, the Black Archive, absolutely fantastic website, an independent guy, or girl, I don't know, who basically goes through and archives all these photos in super high def. I've used this guy's website for years, and the quality of the images is insane. So if we're getting an official BBC alternative of this with super high def images, I mean, again, just look at the quality of that. It's massive. So if we're getting an official BBC archive of that, we're not just that. We're getting music, audio clips, radio programs. It's this bit, the orchestral scores of sheet music. It's interesting. Are we getting like actual like orchestras playing the sheet music? Or are we getting just the sheet music? I'm not sure how. I don't really know music terminology all that well, so I don't know particularly what that means. But Christ, if it's music, we might actually get Series 10 released online for free. Who knows? You never know. That's class. 8K resolution of old prints, negative slides, and digital images is just, again, brilliant. To get some proper high definition images, not even just from like classic Who, but from modern Who as well. We're missing a lot of stuff from like 2005, 2006. To get some proper nice HD looking photos would be amazing. I'm super impressed by like all of this and the effort and the time and money that seems to be going into it. Feels like a lot, so I'm very excited. This is absolutely fantastic. What do you guys think? Let's see what you guys think. There were subtitles for Modern Who, obviously, but for Classic Who, and probably were on again like on DVDs and stuff like that. But to have it all on iPlayer, all with subtitles, is actually really impressive. Especially the other stuff as well, like the audio descriptions and the sign language. That's something that definitely I don't think was on the DVDs. I might be wrong in that respect, but I believe that that's the case. Again, either way, super exciting. Learn how to play on the Doctor at home when you're family, obviously. Yeah. But there's so much stuff here. And again, getting confidential on here. I mean, obviously the confidential is on DVD, and you can watch it on there as well, which, you know, I have done from time to time. But to be able to get the full, hopefully the full episodes on iPlayer, I'm just going to be binging that. Honestly, that's just incredible to me. I'm so excited about that. Yeah, I mean, if you're not too bothered about collecting stuff, then I definitely just sell them and watch them on iPlayer. If you're in the UK, it makes the most sense. For me, obviously, I'm buying the collection box set, so I probably want to keep collecting those just out of like impulse to have a full DVD Blu-ray collection, because obviously you'll have the upgraded stuff, and maybe the stuff on iPlayer will be upscaled like the Blu-ray copies with the new CGI. I don't know how it works on BritBox, but I'm assuming it's the same versions. They're using the biggest quality, highest quality versions. So there's that. And then I'm not really sure what else, to be honest. I think that's really cool, and I'm kind of super excited about that. But yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? I mean, what a bit of news to find out today. I mean, that I don't even know how to sum it up. Like, there's so much information there that it's just impossible to sort of take back from. It seems that they're going to launch it with these photos, or like it's going to have all the interviews and stuff like that, and then it says over time more content will be added, such as this. So it's not as if it's all going to be there immediately. But yeah, it's super impressive, and I'm super excited to see what this is going to look like, what BBC iPlayer will look like. And then, of course, we've got bbc.co.uk/Doctor Who, which I'm not sure. Yeah, see, it redirects. It used to be its own website. Do you remember when Doctor Who used to have its own website? And now it's just not. Now it's just this, and that's horrendous. But I believe... Can you actually watch these now? Because you can actually watch Sarah Jane Adventures anyway, so that's pretty good. I didn't actually know that. So that says a lot about how much I've been watching it. That's pretty good. I don't know you could do that. That's great. And then, of course, you've got stuff like Torchwood Class on there as well. But to have Classic Who on there, super exciting, especially stuff like the TV movie. But I'm pretty sure, as far as I'm aware, what it seems like it'll be pretty much all of Classic Who. People are saying, oh, it's not going to be all of it, or they're going to just pick and choose stuff. The way they're phrasing it is about archiving history, and it looks as if they're going to be putting pretty much all of it on iPlayer to work from in the future. So that's exciting for us. I don't know what it means for the missing episodes, or the ones where there's like 3 out of 4 stories that still exist, but one's missing. How's that going to work? Doctor Who used to have its own website. It has the Doctor Who .tv one, which is like the main one they use nowadays. But the old one, which was bbc.co.uk/Doctor Who, oh, here it is. Oh, here it is. So this is the official, well, this is the sort of semi-official one. This is the one that's updated with all the social media stuff. So you've got all the main news bits and bats here. You've got the biggest events. You've got the big sort of headlines coming back in November. New Doctor, Tennant and Tate return, explore the universe, and then you can look at all the characters and stuff, and this is where you get all the gorgeous like artwork and stuff, which is excellent. Really cool. And then yeah, you've got all the news and stuff, whereas the old one used to look more like this. Like, this is the newest version, I believe, of what the old website was. And like, by old website, I mean like what I remembered the Doctor Who website looking like as a kid was this, because it had the fun and games section and stuff. This is outdated now. No upcoming broadcasts. It hasn't got it there yet. Power of the Doctor. This is always exciting. I always quite like this. It's not a very modern design for a website, but it's still humble. It's still nice. You got all the episodes on here. And it goes back as well. I think this will probably go back all the way to, Rose. So that's really cool. Clips. You've got all the different clips from the YouTube channel, which appear on here as well. So that's really good. I think as time's gone on, you just have to adapt to the sort of social media side of stuff, which is a bit more difficult sometimes. But let's keep going. And then we'll get to like Series 10 stuff. I remember this. And you got your gallery space, your news. So that's the last time we updated something with news on here. Interesting. And then you got your characters and monsters and stuff. And the characters and monsters, I don't think have been updated since Series 11. No, they haven't. Yeah. And kind of rightfully so. They're just not kept up to date. And that's fine, but it would be nice to see this website get a little bit rehauled as like the archive thing, because I remember this used to be a place where you could look at Classic Who stuff. Even the fun and games stuff is just sort of dead now. Oh my god, fun and games used to be amazing. Or you can print off your own nude mask, which is pretty good. But, yeah. Yeah, the biggest question is about the animations for me. But, like, yeah, I used to love that Game Maker, Trailer Maker. Why is my camera so low? Or am I really low? What is going on? Before we move on to talking about action figures, which we're about to talk about, which I'm very excited to talk about because I love talking about action figures, I thought I'd mention, as per, if you are new here, first of all, subscribe if you're not like actually properly new here. If you're new here to these streams, we do 2 streams on a Tuesday. We do 2 live streams. We do the Who Bulletin for an hour where we talk about the latest and greatest Doctor Who news, reviews, etc. Nice voice break, George. Nice one, good. And then at 8 o'clock, we go over to Twitch to play some video games. And today, you guys voted for me to play Five Nights at Freddy's 3, because of course you did. And I am excited about that. I do like the Five Nights at Freddy's games, but it just means me shitting myself a little bit more. Yay! So if you are interested in seeing what happens at 8 o'clock when we head over to Twitch, then you can check out the link in chat now. Go and drop me a follow, and we'll be over there. As soon as this live stream ends, we'll be live on there until 10 o'clock. And this is going to happen every single Tuesday. 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock on here on YouTube, on the Who Bulletin. And then 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock-ish on Twitch, depending on how ill I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot better this week, whereas last week I was dead. So that's good. So yeah, feel free to head over there after. But now we're going to be talking about action figures. So let me download the WeTransfer that I got sent from Character. Let me download all of this shit. Not shit, probably shouldn't say that. And then we'll just... Yeah, that's helpful, George. Yeah, nice one. Where's all that gone to? Have I put that in a safe place? Is this... Where did that download to? That didn't do anything. Where is this item? Okay. Apparently it is in my downloads, but where the fuck is that going to be then? Okay, here we go. Okay, so there were 3 sets announced this week, which we're going to talk about, because I like talking about Doctor Who figures, damn it, and here we go. So there were 3 sets announced. One was a Deadly Assassin figure set. The other one was a History of the Daleks set, and the other one was a History of the Daleks set. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Character options fucking love their History of the Daleks sets. So we're going to talk about all of these and what I think about them. I have actually seen the Deadly Assassin, believe it or not. I know, George has seen a classic Doctor Who episode. Oh, Mr. TARDIS. If he hijacks again, we'll have a gander. In fact, let's do it. Let's hijack his. He did it last time. Let's hijack it. Let's see what's going on, Mr. TARDIS. Let's see what you got. He jumped on here last time. So today, we're going to hijack Mr. TARDIS' stream. Oh, he's not even live yet. He's not properly live. Oh, this is shocking. Okay, well, I'm going to keep that muted on here for now. And when he goes live, we're going to invade him. But until then, let's keep talking about Doctor Who figures. The Deadly Assassin figure set is an interesting one. You've got the 4th Doctor, Chancellor Goth, and Lord Barusa. Now, I can't quite remember these characters, but I believe these 2 have new head sculpts. This guy is just repainted. I think that's supposed to be Barusa, but it doesn't. That's not really how it works, is it? That's just a repaint of the Series 4 Time Lord head sculpt body thing. So that's a bit annoying, I guess, for some diehard fans. But don't worry, we got another new head sculpt for Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor. Now, I can't deny, I've never owned a Time Lord figure, so I'm probably 100% going to buy this set, even though I'm criticising it. Yes, it does look like Miriam Margolyes. We know this. Oh, I think my man is streaming. We're gonna hijack it.
Gentlemen, my name is
Wow.
Mr. and welcome to a long-belated Doctor Who news live stream. Been away for a couple of weeks. Firstly, I went on a holiday for the weekend. Me and my family, I say my family, me and my wife and some friends went to Amsterdam for the weekend. During my time in a coffee house, the trailer
This
for
is
the
cool.
50th anniversary specials dropped, which was a very fun thing to watch while in a coffee house.
This is quite a wholesome story. I was expecting more piss taking, but this is just not.
Anyway, and then they dropped the news about the Celestial Toymaker is going to be officially in the 60th. The day after my review of the Celestial Toymaker drops. Perfect timing.
Well, wait till he sees it.
That review is doing
Why am I getting notifications from a Wrexham match?
video review of mine since the unaired pilot. So thank you very much, BBC, for that. Astonishing timing. But then, literally the day after I came back from Amsterdam,
This is.
I started to work on a studio job for like 2 weeks.
I went to Amsterdam recently as well.
To do
This is fascinating.
to keep up with all the news.
Sure, this is riveting entertainment for you all.
You know what? What we're going to do?
I wonder if you.
We're going to go through all of the news. We're going to go at a bit of a pace, and also
He's got 57 live viewers. Oh, I've got to get my numbers up.
it's done like
This is fascinating.
more views than the Time Modeler. I actually checked before going live. Also, speaking of the Hartnell reviews, right? I did because of how busy I've been. I was unable to finish my review of the War Machines before going to Amsterdam, which is very frustrating. However, the review I finished it this afternoon.
Okay, I think we'll leave it there. Unless people are going to jump on and try and tell him that we're hijacking his stream, I think we'll just leave it. I just feel like I'm listening to his stories now, and I kind of feel bad. That's quite funny.
Loved your review on the Savages. I'm actually surprised how well the review's doing because, you know, I don't really have a proper clickbait.
Anyway, let's talk about Doctor Who figures. That's so funny. Anyway, yes, let's talk about some figures. You've got Tom Baker in the middle here, which is decent. I don't really like how the head looks, but it's a good effort. And you've got Goth, I think. Is Goth, or it's either Goth or Bruce, or I can't really remember which one's which. But it's okay. The body sculpts are all the same because it's all the Time Lord standard ones, just with different paint jobs. So that's pretty fun. And yeah, I think it's a fine set. I think it's getting a bit boring because I would like to see some new Who stuff. A lot of people have been criticising this. I understand that. People think that Alduar, I think, has some sort of bias towards Classic Who, and he probably does, but I also think it's just whatever sells. I think it's cool that we're getting new head sculpts of characters in here, but I'm kind of sick of seeing new head sculpts and new molds for the 4th Doctor. It's cool to get a Deadly Assassin Time Lord 4th Doctor, but I would have been happy to have one that didn't have a hat on, just to save the cost on a new head sculpt. We don't need it, you know? It's just something we really don't need. So I'm a little bit like, yeah. Yeah, but I'll probably still get this set because I've never owned a Time Lord figure, and these look pretty cool, and they got different enough designs, so I'll probably take it. I'll take it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the box art I'm not a big fan of. I think it looks a bit weird, the sort of plastic that they're in, but the box itself, the bright blue colours and everything is really nice. Can't really complain about that. Yeah, the figures themselves, they look okay, don't they? What do you guys think? I mean, it's. Oh, is he on the stream now? Fucking hell, we're not. Has he? This is going to go on forever if we keep doing this. So we'll move over. Keep talking about this. Classic Who is good. I think I just want to see some modern Who stuff. We've got sculpts for loads of different characters. I want to see some Capaldi era stuff. I want to see some Smith era stuff. We've seen more than enough David Tennant figures. We've seen more than enough Tom Baker figures. I would kind of like to see something a little bit different, to be quite honest with you. But then we got more History of the Daleks sets, which is fine. These are no surprise at this point. It's cool to get a proper Renegade Remembrance one, and the Supreme Dalek. There we go, Grey Renegade and Supreme Dalek, and they both look pretty good. We've seen these figures before, nothing new. A little bit of a new paint job. Nothing particularly controversial about these. They are very bog standard figures. If you haven't got them in your collection, they're good to get. So I'll probably not be getting these, but if you fancy them, you're more than welcome to get them. They're pretty cool. The controversial ones, though. We are getting new series figures, finally. The new series Gold and Black Daleks. Interesting that they're called new series. Are they the ones called... Because they're not called, like, classic series, are they? It's not called... It's the Deadly Assassin, Members of the Daleks. And this is just called New Series Gold and Black. You could have very easily said, like, Doomsday. I know the idea is they're trying to go in order. So what they're trying to say here is, oh, here's the Dalek from Dalek, and here's Dalek Sec from Doomsday and Army of Ghosts. But I don't know. I think, like, it's a bit of a strange one. A lot of people have pointed out the inconsistencies between the colouring of the gold and the the real life prop, especially if it's going for the one from Dalek. It doesn't really match the same paint apps. The colour on the skirt and the sort of bumps and this bit should be slightly differing. It looks like it's all one colour. Dalek Sec looks brilliant though. I really like the mix of matte texture and shiny texture. I have to admit, this is probably a set I might end up buying just out of sort of childhood nostalgia. I used to love the Daleks when I was younger, getting those new series Dalek sets. So this is one that does strike me as appealing. Obviously, those old releases, such as Dalek Sec and the Bronze Daleks, all had those big chunky exterminator guns and big sort of skirt sections. So they don't look amazing, those old ones. But yeah, a lot of people have pointed out this looks like the CGI Daleks from Flux, which I think is very funny. They've got that very goldy, kind of bright, shiny bronze texture. But I quite like it. I don't really mind it that much. I think the Dalek Sec one is gorgeous. The more you look at it, the more detail you see. And I love they've got, again, the mix of... they've got a mix of matte colour and they've got a mix of shiny. And I think that mix is really, really nice. And again, the metal wash on the bottom here of this gold Dalek is really cool. You got some stains underneath the bumps there, which again probably does lead into that sort of Time War Metaltron Dalek design. I really like these, and probably for the price that they are, they're probably going to be hopefully about 15 quid. I don't think there should be any more than that. I'd probably say a tenner, to be honest, if I'm being friendly, but that's probably not in this climate, maybe not. But yeah, I don't know how much these are going to be, but they they look good. In fact, let's look up how much they're going to be. We're a bloody news show, for fuck's sake. We shouldn't be so lazy. Let me have a look at exactly what was sent out to us. And make sure, George, that you don't open it on stream. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Isn't that brilliant? It doesn't say. Retail prices will be determined by store, it says, which I think is strange. But yeah, I'll pass on the Renegade set personally. I like my Doctor Who figures. I like my Dalek figures, but I've seen these before. They're fine. They're good, but they're not my cup of tea. I'll probably get another one. I'm aware Mr. TARDIS is live. We've done this. I'll probably get the Time Lord set. To be honest, I think I love these figures. I think they look really, really cool. The paint apps are really sick. Personally, I would like to see more new series stuff. God, the 8th Doctor set is reduced to £8. I need to get that. If you see an 8th Doctor set that's reduced to £8 when you're in the shop next, drop me a message on Twitter. I will want it. And I will happily pay you for that and delivery. Or if you live near London, I'll pick up. Yeah, I need an 8th Doctor figure in the sort of Night of the Doctor robes. I've not got one, and all the ones online are really expensive. So, yeah, I'd happily take it if it was that cheap for a set of 3 of them. The Time Lord ones, I think, is probably one of the better sets. The weakest set's probably this, because it's nothing new. I like seeing new stuff with figures, and this is probably the newest set in terms of, like, paint apps, head molds. But I'm kind of sick. Like, if we're going to get 2 new head molds, give us, like, Barbara and Susan. We've got Ian. We just need, I want some more classic companions. Some of them haven't even been made, and we've got about 5 different Tom Baker head sculpts. It just seems a little bit ridiculous. I know there's reasons for it, but it just seems a little bit strange, that's all. And I want to see some more new series stuff. I'm glad we've got a new series Dalek set. I'm interested to see what the next Dalek sets we're going to do. Are we going to skip over the Paradigm ones? Are we going to do a Paradigm set? Are we going to do a Paradigm set with all of the colours? Are we going to have, like, different versions? Also, why do they call this History of the Daleks 16/17? Is it because it's 2 different episodes, maybe? I'm not sure. There's no photo of the back of the box on here, so That's not something I can answer immediately, but there we go. Swings and roundabouts, I suppose. I spoke to you guys on Twitter to see what you guys would like to see in terms of figure sets. So we're going to talk through that. And then one final thing I wanted to do is I wanted to look back at an old video, have a bit of a nostalgic trip, go back in time a little bit to one of my old Ace Creeper videos, probably from just before Jodie's era. And I did a video where I talked about the figures that I wanted to see. And I gave good justification as to why these figures shouldn't be too hard to make. So I'm going to watch that video again for the first time in about years, live on stream, and we're going to react to it. So let's see what you guys have said on Twitter. Or X, whatever the fuck you call it nowadays. So I said, what figures and sets would you like to see released by B&M or online exclusives towards the end of this end of the year / next year? Z3PO said companions are the 4th and 5th Doctors, Nyssa, Tegan, and Adric. Yep. It's a set waiting to happen. They're pretty much all there, and it would make so much sense to get that. I honestly don't see why we can't get that immediately. Bar like the head sculpts and stuff. It should be high demand. You know, it's a popular era. It's the 4th Doctor's era. We've had so many 4th Doctor era stuff, but we haven't had those companions. We've had a young Sarah Jane only in the last few years. But we want to see Nyssa, Tegan, and Adric, especially considering Tegan's just come back to the show last year. It was a golden time to do that, yet nothing. 60th anniversary figures and new Doctor figures. I mean, we're always going to get that. Tom, we've done it, mate. We did it. We went in, just before we talked about the Doctor Who figures, we went into Mr. Tyler's stream for like a few minutes. It's even like at the top of my bar. We did it. We did that. It's all funny. We did it. But we're not going to keep doing it. What else we got? Yeah, the 60th anniversary figures and new Doctor figures. We're definitely going to get a Shooty figure. Obviously, we're definitely going to get a Ruby figure because they'll probably be pushed. You know, they were pushed to get a 14th Doctor figure out very, very soon after Power of the Doctor. And it's a great set. I love it. So that's something where we can probably see another 14th Doctor figure, I reckon, without the coat from Wild Blue Yonder. And then, yeah, probably some Shooty stuff, I would have thought. Do I think we'll get a new Donna? I'd love to see a new Donna, but I don't know if we will. I'd love a Flux set with Swarm, Azure in the Passenger. Would even like to see them again in the show. I don't think we'll get this, simply because I think they're all completely brand new styles. The costumes were very out there. The Passenger obviously has to be quite taller than other figures as well to sort of make it work. I don't really see this happening simply because of that. I think it would just be slightly too difficult to put together and justify. Flux wasn't the biggest series of all time. It's probably going to get the least traction in terms of especially 3 brand new characters, one of which doesn't appear very much, the Passenger, despite their importance in that series. We probably won't ever see them again, so I think in the priority list that's going to be quite low down. So, at Mr. Dr. Gilmore said, when it comes to the 15th Doctor and Ruby, I'm hoping that the first figures will be Shooty in his orange and tweed, and Millie in her blue coat. Fucking hell, my phone's buzzing today. And their Christmas special outfits, Shooty in the orange leather, as well as the as an online exclusive 2-pack. That'd be great. Do I think we'll see it? Probably not, but that'd be great. Time Lords from the End of Time is an interesting one. I don't know if I'd ever want to see that. I feel like we've got Rassilon and that's probably about it. Could probably get a new version of Rassilon. I could see them doing an End of Time set again. I'd love an updated Doctor's set with some of the Fugitive 14 and 15. I'd also love to see Flux set, Dan, Swarm, Azure. I'd love to see Carvanista. Again, I just don't think we're going to get any of these. I think Dan's probably the most likely on that. Carvanista would be way too difficult, but again, would love to see it. Also would love to see Ashad and Dewan Master figures at some point. And even Tim Shaw. I'd agree. I think Dewan Master is going to happen, and I think Fugitive is going to happen. Al-Dawar's talked about it before, and just said they want to do it, but they want to do it right. They want to give it the tooling that it needs and not just reuse loads of parts. Which is fair enough, so I'll wait and see for that one. But you never know. There are rumours of a Fugitive Doctor figure coming, and we'll see. But we don't know the ins and outs of that quite yet. I just hope they start doing companions again. A couple I'd love to see are Susan with Abby body, Jamie with Axon body and new PVC kilt. Turlo, suited body base. See, you've got all thought out here. And some I'd love but can't think of base bodies. Barbara, Liz Shaw, Nissa and Tegan, Adric, Mel. Again, Mel. God, we haven't got a Mel figure and she's coming back to the show. Like, come on. For B&M stuff, hoping they'll do 60th Donna and Toymaker. Yep, 100% would love that. Toymaker especially would be great. 15 in Ruby, Christmas with TARDIS. Series 14 wave with at least 2 new 15s and 1 new Ruby. Fugitive Doctor, character online exclusive. Dwan Master, character online exclusive. That makes complete sense. And I think, yeah, we'll probably see something along those lines. What about in chat? What do you think? Release a 16 Doctor set. Am I got a figure of the Flood? Do I still have my Tim Shaw custom? I don't. I got rid of that a long time ago. I think I sold it on eBay. I'm not sure how much for. But I got a bit sick of that. And I kind of thought they'd make a figure of it, so I thought I'll get in there early. Oh dear. But yeah, what other figures do you reckon we want to see? I've got a personal few in mind. I mean, for me, it's just the doctors and the companions. That's what I want to see, you know. But yeah, that's that, I suppose. Let me go back to this video. So I made a video a few years ago. I did a video a few years ago where I basically talked about figures I would like to see. And I haven't watched it in a long time, but I wanted to sort of get it. Let's have a look. So figures I want to see in 2018. Now, how naive, man. This is gonna be entertaining, especially with my old video style and voice. Should I make it full screen, or is it gonna even be quality for that? Oh Christ, that's a good old intro with copyrighted music. Nice one, George. Great.
Hello everybody, I'm
Jesus Christ. This is painful. Okay, I did actually put the things in, that's good. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so straight away, it's just never gonna happen, is it? Like, we are not getting another TARDIS playset. Ever. I don't think. There were rumours a few years ago about like, yeah, let's wait on the criticisms of the Nardole toy. We'll probably get to that. There was rumours a few years ago we were going to get a classic TARDIS playset. There were big rumours that seemed really likely as well, but they just never happened. I think that's a shame. 60th anniversary, perfect time for it. New TARDIS playset. Capaldi's was never going to happen.
Possibly now never going to happen is a new TARDIS playset. We had a TARDIS playset for the 10th Doctor. We had a little crappier TARDIS playset for the 11th Doctor.
It was good.
We never got one for the current, well, not current anymore. But the people...
Edit your fucking videos, George. Learn a lesson. Edit your videos or do live streams so you don't have to edit anything. Okay, but there's no reasoning there because there's no way they're going to do a TARDIS playset, especially not of this set because it's far too advanced. Yeah. See, this is an annoying one because they're actually this. I mean, obviously it's a whole new sculpt, it's a whole new mold. But fuck me, they need to make this one. The 2003. This design has been in Doctor Who for 10 years. It's a Cyberman design, one of the main monsters of the show. It's now outlived its entire welcome. Like, we've got whole new Cybermen now, and they still haven't made a figure of it. It is madness to me, to be honest.
There's two things I'm going to point out here.
Why did I go for bright pink text as well?
I haven't had two variants of Cybermen released yet, and it's actually starting to get on my wick.
Two variants of Cybermen? This was like, yeah, this was before Series 11, so we didn't know about the new ones yet. Two variants of Cybermen unreleased. Oh fuck, God, Jesus Christ!
Looking Cybermen that were sort of first shown in 2013 in silver have not had a 5-inch scale figure variant. It's always.
What about the other one?
5-1, we've never had a proper one yet. And considering we've got a figure of every other variant of Cybermen,
Bro.
other than the
Ooh, oh, he's teeing it up here.
Cybermen. I'm not
Oh, fuck off. We're never going to get this. That's pointless. What the best thing the character could do with this is they could just retool or repaint the original release. Again, not sure why they never did that. It would be probably really cool to see that. Right. Here's a set idea. Here's a B&M set idea for you, right? Repainted Mondasian Cyberman. Piss easy to do. The figure already exists in the exact same mold. Yeah, it's not 100% accurate to this design, but you can repaint some of the stuff to make it look a bit similar. And maybe retool a couple of little bits, like the front chest thing. Capaldi Doctor, repainted jacket and waistcoat. Again, slightly different variation, but just use the Series 9 model. Maybe give him some bigger hair. I don't know. And then finally, John Sim Master from Series 10. You've got the head. You've got various body sculpts that you could use for it. Just draw on a little beard, and you're done. So that one, I don't stand by that because I don't really give a shit about seeing a Mondasian Cyberman figure now because there already is one from the classic era, and this era is long gone now that we're just not going to see it. There's more Cyberman designs that I want to see before this isn't in figure form.
Cyberman Evolution set.
I mean, yeah, the funny thing is this must have been before the History of the Daleks B&M set time. Horrendous edit, by the way. I'm glad I got better at Photoshop. But like a History of the Cybermen kind of set would be kind of cool. Maybe we will see that. I don't know. Maybe that's next after the Dalek ones. It will probably sell quite well.
I don't think
But he just waffles on here.
In my opinion, that would be quite good. He's Nardo.
We're never seeing a Nardole figure. We're never going to see a Nardole figure. Because it's so far gone now. Again, like, it's like Dan. Like, Nardole and Dan will just sort of sit in the abyss of figures of companions that never got made.
As I just mentioned,
Bill was lucky to get one.
Got an image of Pearl Mackie posted on her Twitter something very Christmassy, and it's a figure of Bill holding a pride symbol flag. On screen, you'll be able to see.
Class, Josh. Nice one. Good observation. Well, that's already come out, so that's good. And we knew that was coming out anyway. That was a bit of a cheat, that one, George.
I would obviously like to see
This one did actually come out. They actually did do a B&M retooling, repaint kind of thing for Missy.
from Series 10. I think
Master's a bit of a stretch. But Missy, yeah, didn't really change the hair. It was just a bit of a repaint, but it was good.
Series 10, and considering she's in, I believe exactly half of the episodes.
It's a fair point.
In Series 10, it's
We didn't get any Series 10 figures though, so
the Master.
yeah,
Like
would be easy to do. Would be easy to do.
Quick little extra was the
Why on God's earth would we do this figure? Who wants this? No, I'm interested to see what I have to say about this, to be honest.
Captain from the Christmas special. Just a little bonus thing there.
A bonus?
The idea there is it's just a character that, I mean, is not too important, but from
Great.
the same company that released a Bracewell figure.
Okay, you're making the point. Yeah, that's a very stupid opinion to have, though. The whole thing of like, oh well, we got destroyed Cassandra, we got destroyed Cassandra, and we got the pig, and we got the nan for who got her face sucked off in. Probably not the best choice of words, George. Who got her face, well, sucked off probably is the best words. In Idiot's Lantern. Well, we must be able to get a captain figure, but that's not the point you're making. The point you should be making is, well, we got those figures, then we should get a master. We don't need the captain though.
Pig from the Slovene episode.
I literally just that's so funny.
You could even go as far to hope for a Lethbridge Stewart set with the captain, the original Brigadier, which has been released as a figure before, and maybe a new Kate Stewart.
To be fair, that's a good point. See, the captain we don't need, but Kate Stewart, she needs a figure. That shouldn't be too hard to do.
Never seen before. Considering she's been in quite a few prominent series, and she probably won't be in again very much soon anyway. But still, I'd like to see that.
God, editing is shit.
First Doctor and Flight Control TARDIS, I love to see. Now, if you don't know what the Flight Control TARDISes are, they are the
Oh, Christ, George. Yeah.
which is
So we got this right, because the first Doctor TARDIS from Adventure in Space and Time, and with the David Bradley head sculpt, was released as a set. So that's pretty close, actually. That's pretty good.
I feel like he just deserves his own variant.
The whole list is so funny. It's just like, Series 10 just came out, all these characters, please. It literally is just that, let's be fair. I just, well, we obviously got that, so that's no surprise. Yeah. We know that. That's no surprise. We never got this, though. That's the one thing I'll never understand. We never got a regeneration set for Capaldi and Whittaker. Also, terrible image editing again, George. Just absolutely impeccable effort. Really good cutout on Capaldi there. That was really required. Yeah, I'm surprised we never got a Series 10 Capaldi. I'm surprised from Twice Upon a Time with the ripped jacket and stuff. And I'm surprised we never got a Whittaker in that jacket. But I suppose it makes sense because different builds and stuff, you couldn't really have like a Whittaker figure as tall as the Capaldi figure. It would have to be the sort of same build. So it's a shame. But yeah, we could well have got that.
They might end up doing is do that, and they might combine it with this set as well. But as well, in the 11th hour, I believe, they did in fact release a Raggedy Doctor and a Raggedy Doctor.
Oh, so the idea would be do a sort of old and new Jodie Whittaker pack. Well, they didn't do that. Is that the end? That is the end. Well, that isn't that excellent? That's really good, George. That was worse than I was expecting it to be, actually. That was bad. Cool. That's about it, really. Yeah, that was terrible. Whew. Anyway, what do you guys think? We're going to wrap this stream up very soon, obviously, as per. But, yes. Figures. What do I want to see next? I think, not to kind of copy off my old video there, but I think there's a couple of good points. I'd say, I'm trying to think. I think I definitely, from that video, I think, well, there was a couple that were right. You know, Series 10 Missy. Weirdly, the David Bradley and TARDIS is like what an out there one to guess, but that did come out literally this year. Jodie Whittaker, obviously. Bill, obviously. There's like some that was inevitable. Nardal's interesting, but I don't think we're going to see that now. It's been too many years, you know. Once it's been 6 years since the series came out, it's like, yeah, that's done. And then, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see. I don't know what I'd like to see now. Obviously, the Dewan Master and Fugitive Doctor, I think, deserve a figure. I think the Dewan Master, especially because we've got that Jodie Whittaker figure. Let me get that figure set out while I'm waffling about it. It's one of those ones where it's like, it's one of the only ones that I actually own in the flat that I'm actually living in now. The rest of them are just in a box in my like family loft at home. I know, you grow up, don't you? But this is the more recently released Regeneration set, which I think is very like a nice box for by Doctor Who set standards, and it's got like some brief sort of stuff in there. But this is the most recent new figure release set, and I always love new figure release sets because they're just the best. You get a big, I mean, the fact that they released this right after the Regeneration episode was great anyway. But a lot of people criticise. Oh, it's not going to fucking focus, is it? Let's do this very professionally, George. Nice one. This David Tennant figure, I actually really like. A lot of people criticise it because it doesn't look like David Tennant, and I would agree. From certain angles, I'd say it does. That light's a bit bright, but you get the point. But I think the outfit and everything, and just the texture of it's really, really good. So yeah, I'm a fan of this figure. I think it's really cool, and it was really sick that we got it when we did. And I've got this other figure here, which is the Jodie Whittaker one, which I also think is great. Like, I would never have expected them to release this, but it's a cool one, especially from the last episode where she wore that sort of amalgamation of old Doctor clothes and stuff. Well, the point I was going to make was you could release a Master figure, Sacha Dhawan Master figure, and then put them in the... Oh, shit, hang on. There we go. Just about. And put them in the Jodie clothes from Power of the Doctor, when the Doctor regenerates into the Master or whatever the fuck happened in that episode. That'd be a really easy one. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not... I think his character options have a sort of strange sort of way of dealing with things, but I think next year we can definitely look forward to some stuff. I have a feeling we'll get less and less Jodie Whittaker stuff. I think the Whittaker and Capaldi era are really going to suffer in terms of figure coverage. But I think that the 15th Doctor era, I'm hoping we'll get a lot more, and I think a lot more funding will be put into it. The big thing about that figure set wasn't just that it came out so quickly, but it was like kind of forced by the BBC to come out so quickly. Like the BBC specifically put more money into it, so Character Options would have a figure to release very soon after Power of the Doctor, because it was right at the beginning of the new year. You know, Power of the Doctor came out in October, and then we had... came out in October, and then the set came out in January, so it's only about 2-3 months to have a turnaround figure of a new Doctor, and basically like a regeneration set of, like Jodie in her last episode and David Tennant in his new costume for the 14th Doctor, I should say, Christ. So really cool turnaround, and it gives me a lot of hope going forward when there is other sets and stuff to release. Hopefully they'll re-release the 13th Doctor's TARDIS exterior with a bit of a paint job, so they can kind of go, right, here's the 14th Doctor and TARDIS B&M set, maybe without the coat on, and it's just like the waistcoat. And then the 15th Doctor and TARDIS B&M set could very easily be made in the future as well. You've got the model for the Jodie one. It'd be nice if they retooled it and made it look accurate, but there we go. Anyway, we have hit 8 o'clock. You know what that means. If you're new here and you don't know what that means, strap in. We stream here on Tuesday, every single Tuesday, at about 7 p.m. till 8 p.m, talking about Doctor Who and all the latest news, reviews, all that sort of thing. And next week we'll have a lot of exciting stuff to talk about, because the concert musical celebration with the brand new music for the next series of Doctor Who will be coming out on BBC Radio this weekend, this Sunday, which means that we're going to be doing a proper breakdown next week of the new Doctor Who theme, Ncuti's Doctor theme, and Ruby's Companion theme. So that's going to be really exciting. So I'll see you all there next Tuesday, 7 o'clock. But after we finish the Who Bulletin every week, we go over to a little place called twitch.tv/GBSheard, and we play video games. And this month it's October, which is universally known as Spooky Month, and then we're going to be playing some horror games. Guess what horror game I'm playing? You guys voted for it. It's Five Nights at Freddy's 3, so we're going to be playing that immediately. So as soon as this stream finishes, head over there and get ready to watch me shit my pants playing a horror game. That'll be fun. So click on the link in chat, and yeah, we can keep asking Doctor Who questions. We can keep talking about Doctor Who stuff over there. It'll just be a little bit of a different dynamic, and I'll be playing a video game in the background. So yeah, happy to continue the same conversations. It's basically the same live stream, just with a slightly different format. So yeah, sounds good. Hopefully I'll all see you there. If I don't see you there, then hopefully see you next week at exactly the same time, 7 p.m. here